welcome to the 50 Years of Fantasy podcast. I'm your host, Katie, and I'm here with my guest today.
My name's Heather Woods.
And you are?
I'm the manager of the Stranger Things touring locations. We're just a retail store in Jackson.
Wonderful. And so we're here in your beautiful store that's amazing. Has so much cool art and Stranger Things stuff, but also inspired 80s stuff and cool arcades and things like that.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved in this store?
Well, about a year and a half ago, I was waiting tables and bartending, and I said I was just done. I wanted something different. So I knew that my bosses, Hannah and Cameron, they were my personal friends anyway, and a job came up for them. So I said, I'm just going to try it out, and I stuck around, and we're all kind of 80s kids and things. So we just put our brains together and just ran with it. So, so here we are, a year later, just doing it, So.
You're like, this is my life every day. I come to work and like this is my work, and I'm a little
if you told me a year ago I'd be doing this, I'd be like, oh, are you sure? And it's just wonderful, so yeah.
It's jazzed every day. Like every day you come to work and you're like, I can't believe it.
Literally, and we have like a map, but we meet people from like all over the world. Like we had some German people this morning. People literally come all over to Jackson. I'm like, Jackson didn't even have a Walmart. We're like this small town USA, and people come just for Stranger Things, and it's just like amazing.
Amazing.
So yeah,
it's cool to see people. I'm sure they're full of joy. Everybody comes to the door is like, whoa. Is that
what it really is? It's really cool because the way we geared our store is some people that you may not have ever seen Stranger Things, but most of us our age know the 80s stuff. So you walk in and you may not have a clue about Stranger Things, but we know what the Atari is and the Nintendo and this music we have going. So we're trying to make it relatable for everybody coming in off the rip.
Right.
And I think that makes you feel good when like, hi, I'm not sure I'm at, but hey, I know all this stuff,
Yeah.
So,
a couple of these things I recognize, like
just like Pink, like so. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So I know you guys have a map of the town and how it relates to the Stranger Things.
Yeah, we do.
So is that a map that you guys created?
But I think Cameron kind of helped with that one because they brainstormed with the Chamber of Commerce to kind of get that together. Just because on the other side is like things to do in Jackson, just not just like on the square, like places to eat and like the parks, state parks and things like that. So it was I think like a cooperative effort. So yeah.
So do you find that people kind of come here first just to kind of see what's up, and then you kind of help people get where they may go next, right?
Yeah, we literally like a lot of us will come. Like people come in and they because we do a walking tour of filming locations. It's you do pizza, you pay for that, but if not everyone has that kind of time,
right?
So I say here's a map, take it, look for the QR codes, and send them on the way, just to make it a little bit versatile for everyone, so.
Okay, cool.
So it's really cool, so.
Tell me a little bit about the tour. So, like, what's the price for the tour? Kind of what did they get with it? Like, things like that.
Yeah, it's a walking tour around the square of Jackson. It's basically it's the filming locations for the seasons. It's $35 a person. Mm-hmm. Takes about an hour, and that includes you walk around for an hour, then you come back and you have Surfer Boy pizza, which is half cheese, half pepperoni, and pineapple, and they'll do trivia. Like different questions about the different seasons, and then you get prizes like stick-on tattoos, like slap bracelets, all 80s toys, and like remember like those things that you almost forgot even existed,
right?
So it's really cool, and then we have costumes back there they can try on and take the picture in. They can dress up and walk around the square in them. Like it's summertime's really cool, especially when all the kids are out of school because it's you have people dressed up all over the square, just like in Stranger Things costumes, just like
just wandering around, and you're like, this is cool.
Like, this is Jackson, yeah. So
that's cool. And then tonight we're here for the D&D event.
Yes.
So like, you guys are just the hosts of this event, or you help organize it?
Cameron, my boss, and Vinny, they actually are the organizers of it. They just got together. They were friends and, both big D&D people. And they said, let's just try it and see if, about a year ago, like if it doesn't work, then whatever,
right.
We'll still play. And it just like has exploded.
Oh, have you played? Do you play at the table or you just kind of sit back and watch?
I sit back and watch. I have played before, but usually because I work a long day. So when I'm ready to go, I'm just tired,
right.
But
you're like, this is at the end for everybody listening. This is the end of the shop.
Yes, but I have played, and both my brothers, they all play. I send them pictures from my hometown back in North Georgia, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is what you're doing. Yeah, like I send them pictures and everything, and they're just like,
Where are you from? North Georgia?
Rabin County.
Oh, okay. I'm from Chickamauga, Georgia.
Oh, I know exactly where that's at. Yes, girl. Yes.
North Georgia.
Yeah, right.
We have a special place for small towns.
We really do. Well, people are like, I said, well, yeah, I'm from a small town in North Georgia. I said, the only difference in that and Jackson is Clayton has a Walmart. That's the only difference.
Yeah, you got
literally. Like we have a huge Dollar General.
I feel that 100%.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. And so it must be really cool to like curate a lot of the stuff in the store. Do you get to help do that?
I do. I curate a lot of stuff. I help like getting the inventory and things, and it helps because that I was an '80s kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I have like a little 15-year-old helper, and she's so sweet, but she has no clue what like I had to explain to her what Alf was one day,
Okay.
and I was like, "That is the weirdest show ever," and I was like,
You're right.
"It was
But
very
also,
strange, but it's an '80s nostalgia. It's a thing and all these things like we kind of pick out just what we know, ET things, because we were there. I was there, so so
do
kind
you
of.
have a favorite piece in the store right now?
Oh gosh. Oh, I really like the pebbles over there on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the big, huge wooden pieces that Anita does. Like, she's just a fantastic artist anyway. And all the crazy swirly colors she did was like so cool. And I'm like, it's on plywood. I'm like, that's so cool. Like,
Yeah. It's not about the medium sometimes. It's just about like how it makes you feel and like.
And I was like, that is so cool. Like, just like.
So the artists just come in and kind of just show you what work they have done, and you're like, yes, I want that.
Yeah, we've had a couple artists. A guy came in, he had done a Joker.
Okay.
Like an 80s Joker. And it just was like, he said, can I sell it? I was like, sure. If not in like a year, we'll just give it back to you,
Right.
And it sold during the Stranger Convention. So people just reach out to us randomly, or they're like, hey, I got this 80s stuff. Do you want it? Can you want to come look through it? Just to put it on your display. So we just pretty much kind of open to all sorts of mediums and things like that. So.
And right now you have the pizza van out front.
Cameron's car, yes.
Okay, so that's his car.
That is his car, yes. He lives the next block over, so he just drives it and leaves it. And like, I roll the windows up if it rains, or I can take it back if I need to,
Right.
So
kind of everything is both personal and,
a lot of
professional. So it's really your life.
It literally is. Like a lot of these TVs we got, like on the VCRs is mine because theirs died. I'm like, I think I have an extra VCR in my shed somewhere, So I went and dug that out. And all the TVs we got, like junk stores and things, people just throw them away. Didn't need them, So we're like, we will use them.
Yeah, you want them. You're creating this amazing experience here.
Literally, like, yes. So
it's so awesome. What would you like? Like, I know you love visitors to your store.
Yeah.
Why do you think they come here? Just for Stranger Things, or you think once they get here, they kind of are like, oh my gosh, there's so much more?
A little bit of both, because a lot of people, they do come specifically for Stranger Things. And I've heard all kinds of crazy stories. Like I had some people came from Poland one time. They told me pre-COVID, Netflix did not even exist in Europe. It wasn't a thing. Well, COVID happened, and Europe shut down big time. Well, that area of Europe started allowing Netflix in. These people started watching Stranger Things. So they came to Jackson, Georgia, to see Hawkins. I'm like, okay, but so you hear a lot of that. But then also people will like randomly, because this used to be a pawn shop.
Oh, okay.
So people, and actually during the filming, they changed their sign, said pawn shop again.
Oh.
So people were walking in thinking this is a pawn shop, and I'm like, no, I'm like, it used to be the gun pawn shop, but now it's really, but I'm the craziest pawn shop you've ever seen in your life.
Exactly. It's got an arcade in the back with black lights.
Yeah, but then people's like, oh, I know what that is. I know what this, and then they kind of get sucked into it. So it's,
Do you feel like you get like local people as well as tourists, or is it mostly tourists?
It's mostly tourists. We do have like some local people come in, like people that just walked in their local, just because a lot of people are into the art and things like that and different things, and the arcade, like we get a lot of kids, especially in the summertime, come and play the arcade games because they're all a quarter.
Yeah.
And everybody has a quarter,
Yeah.
If not, I'll give you a quarter, So it gives really cool, give the kids something to do, something safe to do, and.
So, like, let's say if you're a family, maybe you have a younger kid, and they're not ready for a Stranger Things kind of thing.
Right.
But like you as the parent, you're like, yes, I'm a big fan.
Yes,
There's little things that the kids would love here. There's not anything too scary in here
absolutely
for
not.
them.
No.
Like it's very family friendly, very
exactly. That's why
very safe.
that's why we have like the Nintendo. We're like, hey, you play the Duck Hunt. It works. I showed you to play the Atari. And all these things, and we're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, we didn't want to, because we do want to accommodate all groups of people at all walks and all ages. Because there's a lot of people, they come in and they may not have ever seen Stranger Things,
right?
But it's very relatable with everything else, and just very comforting kind of. We did the bright colors, make it kind of warm, welcoming colors, things like that. So
I definitely think so. I think it's very cool. It's very warming.
Yes.
I when I walked in, I was like, oh my god, if I could this is like my dream. Your arcade is like my dream basement.
Yes.
Like it's amazing.
Sometimes if I'm back there playing pinball, I'm like, Heather,
You're like, I need a break.
my boss like, Heather, where are you? I'm like, I'm like, I'll be there in a minute.
Oh, wonderful. Well, it's been so lovely to talk to you. Do you want to tell everybody maybe the name of the store, the address of the store, any hours or special event, any highlights?
Yeah, we are Hawkins. If you pop it on social media, it'll be Stranger Things filming locations, Hawkins Headquarters in Jackson, Georgia. Right now, for January and February is kind of slow time. So our hours are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 7.
Okay.
As the weather warms up, of course, we'll go to Monday through Sunday, like 10 to 6-ish, just to make, whether if it's bad weather, some of course we'll close. But normally to about 6.
Okay. Because one of your big sellers is the tours, right?
Oh, that's a huge thing. Like in January, people aren't walking the cold. I'm not walking the cold. I don't want to walk in the cold. So people just aren't, so it doesn't make sense, So, but we extend our hours later in the day.
Got it.
People come in. So.
Okay, wonderful. And again, what's the price of the tours?
$35.
Okay, great.
And that includes your lunch and your drinks and everything else, and the trivia prizes and all that stuff. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on our podcast and telling us about your store.
You have a good night.
You too.
You don't have to drink the Kool-Aid, baby.